Oh, Demi, it's so good to see you. And so lovely, I would imagine, for you now to actually chat about music.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for having me.
Oh, not at all. I mean, watching the documentary, I mean, I'm sure you've had just about every accolade about it as well, but how hard for you, because we see it sometimes in it as well, that you're laughing, you're smiling, still trying to keep your humor through it all. That must have been just one of the hardest things ever.
Yeah, it's never easy talking about traumas or things that you've gone through, but I think that laughter is the best medicine. And I think that, thankfully, me and my friends kind of have this ongoing joke where we say it's never too soon to laugh about something because, we found that the best way for us to be able to process stuff.
Yeah, and the way that you deal with things.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because again, on the lighter side of things as well, I loved the Gwyneth Paltrow gift that you got as well.
Yeah, thank you. I loved it too.
And the great thing is, since this is on breakfast TV in the UK, how should we describe it, Demi?
Well, see, the gift I received from Gwyneth Paltrow, one could say that it looks like a microphone.
Right.
Because I just gave away some autographed microphones.
Oh,
One could say that she was just being a supportive friend and giving me a new one.
yes.
Also, a candle that is scented like something. It's
Exciting.
something explosive. Yes.
And it must have been good to have had. Well, I was going to say that it must have been good to have had moments like that.
Yeah, I love laughing, and anytime that a friend of mine can make me laugh, and I can make other people laugh, I will share that with the world.
Oh, that's great. And I'm presuming and I'm hoping that it's so lovely to see you looking so fit and well that there's a lot of laughter has come back into your life now. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Oh, it's great. Because I was also thinking as well, how wonderful that you had music as an outlet, and you do have it as an outlet. Because I was thinking, if you didn't have that, how do you think you would have coped?
I don't know, to be
Mm.
honest. I have said that I am so grateful for music because music gave me something to live for at times in my life when I didn't feel like I had much to live for. Music kind of always reignited that passion inside of me to never give up on my dreams and to chase something that felt like it gave me purpose, and music is that for me. So it was, yeah, it was music has helped me so much.
I mean, it seems like you've been around forever and obviously in the business from such a young age as well. When did you first realize how important music was to you?
I first learned how important music was for me when I was about, I would say 12 years old is when it really, really impacted me. I left public school because I was bullied. And so that was the first time in my life where I felt like, I didn't have much to live for, but music sparked that passion to live inside of me again. And I've been chasing it ever since. And,
Mm.
at times when things have gotten really difficult, I know that I can always go back to my music and that will.
Yeah, and I suppose at a time like this, we've seen the documentary, we've said how good it is, and then you see, I would say to people as well, watch the documentary first and then watch and listen to the album because the songs resonate so much, and especially when you follow the documentary through. And of course, Dancing with the Devil, not only have you got the lyrics there, but you've got the video as well. And at times, I'm being honest with you, it was almost uncomfortable to watch. So I can't even begin to imagine how it was like for you making it and then watching it again.
Yeah, making it was difficult, watching it was difficult, but living it was the most difficult. And so I think once I made it through that, I realized that I now have an experience and a platform to be able to share my story with people and hopefully help them get through, the things that I've experienced. So yeah, it was difficult, but it was important that I shared my story.
And also sharing your voice, because I mean, you've never sounded better, because that must have, I presume, have been at a time a concern. You're thinking, am I going to be able to sing again?
Yeah, I was definitely worried. I think because when I woke up in the hospital, I didn't know if I was going to have a career. I learned, shortly after waking up that nothing had happened to my voice, fortunately. But I didn't know if I would have a career. And that's why music just keeps saving me over and over again. It's because it's there for me when nothing else feels like it's going right, I just chase the music and the rest follows. So yeah.
And great to have good friends around you as well, and famous friends too. Ariana obviously is on the album too. How hard is it to form friendships? Again, being so famous at such a young age, and do at times then you feel that you gravitate towards other famous people?
Not necessarily. I mean, I feel like my friends that are in my life today, a lot of them aren't famous. And I think it's because I don't know, I have famous friends, but it's really actually hard for all of us to match our schedules so we can all, find time to hang, because I'm super busy and they're super busy. I barely have time to hang out with anybody. So it's like, how we're supposed to find time to hang out with each other is like baffling to me. But I also think that I don't know. I think the friends that I have in my life, most of them aren't famous. And it's because I love doing normal things with them, that to me is, I don't know, after a long day, I don't want to go pretend to be a rock star. I want to pretend to just have a normal life and, binge watch Netflix.
And when you say Netflix, we mean the whole of Netflix, not just any series. Netflix, we've all binged it all.
Yeah, the whole of Netflix. Yeah.
What have you been binge watching?
I started, I've been binge watching The Walking Dead, Grey's Anatomy, and those are like my two go-tos right now.
Can I just stop you though right away? After what we've been through with you in this documentary, I don't want to hear The Walking Dead, and I don't want anything in hospitals. Your humor is too dark here, Demi. Get out of this.
That's true.
Can we go with something just light and frothy?
Yeah. If you find a really good light and frothy TV show, send it my way, because I have not found one yet.
Have you? Call my agent. It's subtitles in French and it's brilliant.
Oh, see, I can't do subtitles.
Why not?
It's too hard. I'm too distracted.
Oh, trust me, by the end of it, you'll think you can speak French. So it's good. It's good. I was just thinking as well, do you find that you feel like you've just been through like one massive confession now for the past few months?
Kind of. Yeah. I mean, it's really been like the last year, because we started filming the doc in like June or July. So yeah, been quite the journey.
Amazing songs in the album, and so many songs in the album. And I've spoken with a lot of songwriters, and all during COVID, for some, they've found it a brilliant time because they've had a time to just sit there and write. And some others have gone, I haven't had any inspiration. Obviously, what you've gone through has inspired so much of the album. Did you find you were just constantly writing them when you were able to?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I thrive really in co-writing sessions. So I think for me, stuff really started to take off whenever COVID kind of died down a little bit in the United States, and we were able to have a writers camp in Malibu and write in person again, obviously once all the testing and safety precautions had been followed. But yeah, just, I don't know, it was, I find that I write best with co-writers, because when left to my own songwriting skills, it takes me 3 days to write a song, because I'll get hung up on one line or one melody. And if I don't have anyone to bounce it off of like, does this sound good? I question it, and then I sing it again and I question it. And it just is like, it takes forever. But I loved co-writing. It was fun.
I also just want to mention the haircut. I love the haircut as well.
Thank you.
Quite symbolic, that whole fresh start, chop it off, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And also just like a lot of, I felt like I was living my life for other people for so long, and I just I'd always wanted to cut my hair, and I finally did it.
Mm-hmm. Looks great.
Thank you.
And when you're saying about living your life for other people, and again, with the documentary being so fascinating, have you had a chance to sit and watch it all?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but I mean, and what is that like taking it in? Can you take it in? Does it affect you different ways every time, or?
I only watched it 4 times, maybe, like all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
And that for me, it was hard, painful, anxiety provoking, but it was okay.
Yeah, oh, it's good. It's interesting because you look at an incredible musician like Sir Elton John, and he talks about that the monkey off the back, the confession. That's a great start. But then also saying that the moderation side of thing, he doesn't seem to work. And I think it's interesting again because you're such an influence on so many people, and to hear what you're going through, and also one of the songs, California Sober, is a thing that. People out here, we know what it means, which is that, you can take some weed, you can drink some wine. So it's in moderation. And Sir Elton's helped so many different people. And I just wondered, did you sit with him for quite a while, or what's your relationship with him?
No, so Sir Elton and we met, I think, a little over 10 years ago at, he throws this, I believe it's an Oscar party.
Yes.
And so I met him there, and then we ended up working together years later. And, we haven't had many conversations about recovery. Mm-hmm. But I think that it's just, for me, I don't know. I think that I could even sit here and tell you what the exact parameters of my recovery are, but I feel like that doesn't benefit anybody. Mm-hmm. It just I feel like California Sober can mean different things to different people.
Right.
And so it's not like, it wasn't a term that I came up with. And it wasn't a term that, it's just, I don't know, it describes this middle path. And he has different beliefs than I do, and that's okay. I think that it's important for people to remember that just like moderation may not work for everybody, complete abstinence doesn't work for everybody either. And I do know that is a method that he believes in. So, it just goes to show you that not one solution works for everybody. Yeah,
no one size fits all. I did actually see you on stage with Sir Elton when you joined him at the theatre here in LA and sang "Don't Go Breaking My Heart." That was just a great moment.
Thank you.
Are you at your happiest when you're on stage and singing?
Sometimes I'm at my happiest. Sometimes I'm at my happiest when I'm in my backyard playing with the squirrels, like, you know, that play in my tree. Like happiness varies and it ebbs and flows just like any other aspect of life.
Yeah. Where I feel very fortunate is to get some time to chat with you as well. And especially, as I said, that, you know, we've all gone through a little bit of a journey with you as well. Is that, how are you now? Because, you know, you watch these things, then you think, when was that actually filmed? When did that all happen? And it's just, you know, looking at you now, and you're looking so great, is, how are you now?
Thank you. I feel great. I feel great. I feel happy, content. But it's a day by day thing, you know. Life changes on the daily basis for everybody. And so, you know, I feel like the goal was never to set out to be quote unquote happy. Like, happiness is kind of a blessing, right?
Yeah.
Like, contentment is what I always strived for. Once I was able to reach that, then I started upping the ante a little bit and was like, hey, let's go for happy. You know? So I feel like, yes, I feel like I'm doing great. And I'm just grateful to be doing content, let alone feeling happy.
Yeah, and I think also, again, one of the songs on the album, Melon Cake as well. And if people watch the documentary, that stands out as well, because obviously there was this thing of, for many years on your birthday, you were given a watermelon cake, and it was, that again was very symbolic. And I think what's interesting, again, when you listen to the album, you hear all these different symbols, and I almost feel it's like you like almost taking a listen, going, yep. Gone. Is that part of the process? Yeah,
that definitely felt like what my songwriting process was. You know, I had a lot of concepts in mind, and once we got into the studio, we just kind of started ticking them off the list, you know.
Because the big deep probing question that I need to ask you, Demi, is, are you wearing sweatpants? Sorry.
I have real pants on for you.
Real pants?
I do. Well, they're so real that I can't even lift my leg up here. That's how minimal stretch they have.
It must be that funny thing now. I mean, like, everyone else thinking, oh my goodness me, we go back out into that real world again. Are you ready for it? Are we ready for it?
I'm so ready. I couldn't be more ready.
Brilliant. Well, it's so lovely to see you. So lovely to see you looking the way that you are. And congratulations. And I mean, the album is just absolutely superb, and well done with the documentary. And again, great to see you looking so well.
Thank you. You too. Have a good night, day over there.
Anything. It'll do. We'll take it. Have a good everything.
Have a good everything.
Take care.
Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub, and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.